Guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Magic Duels. So, first things first, I have 300 coins here. So there's one obvious thing we need to do, and that is to buy 2 packs of Magic Origins. And then open the booster. Now let's see what we get. Boom! Evolutionary Leap. Okay. Cruel Revival's nice to get a second one of. Getting another Titan Strength is actually pretty good. Next booster. We get... Ooh, we got a Nisa! Sweet! Got a Knightly Valor. Got another friggin' Valor and Wardens, which is actually a really good card. But, Might of the Masses is actually really good too. Yanor Empath is alright. Cool. Let's return the store, close the store. Alright, so we finished story mode completely. Correct? Yeah, we finished story mode completely. Okay. As far as battle mode, solo battle, I mean there's only 3 games to do. So what I did off camera after the last episode was I spent like the whole day just grinding hard battles until I got to like 260, and then I got 40 coins for the community quest finishing up when I booted up. So I had enough coins to buy 2 packs. I do want to change my deck here while I talk. So I'm probably going to try playing online. I don't know how many games we'll actually get. I hope I still get coins for actually beating, if like there isn't a player and I just end up playing a bot like last time. But we will see. For now I want to put Nisa in the deck. Where is the Nisa? There she is. As for what we'll cut, could cut Rex Sage. I could see an argument for that. I'm thinking maybe Scryfish. Maybe the Rex Sage. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut the Rex Sage. We cut a green card for a green card, so we don't need to change our land base at all. So this would be good. Save. I wish I had the 5 coins to foil out the Nisa, but I don't yet. Alright, so we're going to try some versus battles. With a matched opponent, use our 5-color deck, and we'll see if we get an opponent. If we do, whatever. If not, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, and this is going to date the video for a while now, but it is the Monday of PAX. So this is the first time I've recorded videos in like 3 days because I've been busy paying attention to everything going on at PAX. All the video game stuff, all the other thing. Ghost. Why am I... Okay. It looks like it's working fine. Alright. 4 lands, keep... Yeah, I'm fine with that. Play that. Oh, I should have played Sulphur Falls, actually. That was a mistake. So I've been paying attention to everything going on at PAX. Watched World Magic Championships. Seth Manfield beat Owen Turtenwald. Seth Manfield had an excellent performance. He ended up being like, what, 15-1 or something ridiculous? Oh, shoot. That's what I actually should have played on turn 1. It was Glacial Fortress. Perilous Mirror, okay. Draw, and we get Core Revival. So I'm going to put the Sulphur Falls, I'm going to play tapped and play the Free Blade. Alright, and yeah, so I watched World Magic Championships. I watched all the spoilers that went up during the Battle for Zendikar preview show, which I'm in the camp that I wish they hadn't had Will Wheaton or Ashley Birch there. I mean, Ashley Birch was barely there at all. She was largely irrelevant. I'm trying to remember, like, I know there was a point where Will stepped off the stage. I'm trying to remember what Ashley even, like, talked about, and I don't think there was anything. I think it was because that's when Doug Beyer came on stage and talked about the book. Am I doing anything with my 4? No. But I do want to make sure I have the mount there. So we're going to play that. And we're going to continue. We're going to skip the attack step. Because he has a 1-3. And we'll telling time on his turn. So he shoved the art book, which is really cool. I'm glad that's like a thing. I'm going to block there, even though I'm walking into some kind of combat trick. Yep, wild size. Telling time, I guess. I want to draw the Gate Creeper Vine. I don't need the plains. I want the Drunk Catacomb. Okay. Oh, I don't have a green for the Great Keeper Vine, do I? Oh, I should put that on the bottom. Oh well. Yeah. So much battle for this guy. I felt Will Wheaton was really annoying. Constantly talking about a bunch of shit that nobody cared about. I'm gonna play the Nightfire Giant. I can make a bad trade and Crew Revival it next turn. Which isn't a great idea, but it's an idea I have. So the Eldrazi mechanics were pretty cool. I mean, most of them we saw already. Convergence, I mean, if you've been paying attention to the video, like I've said, I've played 5 colors since I think Innistrad came out, so any excuse for me to be able to play Sunburst on my spells is something I'm all about. Him having all these wild sizes is getting on my nerves. Let's play that. Let's play Gatekeeper Vine, and then we'll play the Chieftain. As far as the Gatekeeper Vine is grabbing, I'm probably going to grab the Forest for the Chieftain, in case the Chieftain's alive next turn, but I don't think it will be. Eldrazi. Processors seem kind of interesting, mechanically, that the Eldrazi eat things from your library, they go to exile, and then you eat them again and they go to the graveyard. That's kind of cool. That things... Oh shit, Nimbus Wings. Well, I wish I left Crew Revival up a little more, but whatever. The change for Scions is something I'm a little... I mean, I feel like the biggest change that's going to occur because of that is that we no longer will have... I'm going to block the Myr with my Vine here. We're no longer going to be having any cards that make a ton of... Well, now they're Scions instead of Spawn, but... Simply because... Why would they? 5 isn't going to leave me enough for Frostlink, so I'm just going to go. And... the... I liked, like, we're probably not going to get a reprint of that enchantment that's whenever a creature power 2 or less attacks, damage the opponent for 1. Because now the Spawn will have power, and then get involved in combat. There's probably not going to be anything about getting a ton of Spawn all the time, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it's a different direction. I wonder if internally they're like playtesting found out that, oh, players don't understand powerless creatures. They just don't grok them. And that maybe that's the reason that the Eldrazi have power now, is people just didn't get the concept of 0 power things. If I play this, I can give lifelink to the monkey. I'll still lose the monkey if he double blocks. So I think I just want to run out of the giant for now. And we're not going to trade... Yeah, let's tackle the monkey. You gotta be some form of aggressive here. If I take out both of his guys, I take out both of his guys. He's gonna take out the frog. Okay, he's gonna take out the monkey. Yeah, he's gonna pick the monkey. Okay. I'm comfortable with that trade. The new cycle of lands, which are apparently being called Tango lands right now, because it takes 2 to tango. I don't know, at first I thought they were garbage because they don't have the tempo that Shocklands have, which is the reason people like Shocklands, right? But thinking on it, they're actually way more my style because I don't need to, like, I think about Checklands. Checklands are a huge pain because I need to work around making sure that I have, like, the appropriate stuff for them. Okay, if I pay a Gatekeeper Vine, grab grab a Plains, I guess, just so I have that. I don't even really want the Plains, but I'm gonna grab one. Play the Plains. Play the Merc Lurker. And then I can leave up Lifelink for the Giant. Yeah. I can leave up Lifelink for like anyway. I feel like maybe I should have played the Gatekeeper. Maybe I should have played the Lurker and left up mana for the Shock on the Giant, but yeah, so they do come into play untapped if they're your third or later land, as long as your first two are basics. Oh shit, Nimbus Wings. That's a pain. Sure, why don't you just keep doing that? And I feel like it's kind of sweet, actually, because I mean, I can play basics because they're fetchable. I can basically just fetch whatever. I can fetch basics if I don't have two basics yet. And once I've hit two basics, I can just keep fetching these. They'll come into play untapped. It's actually pretty sweet. Alright, what do we got here? We've got two Shocks. So we can't kill the thing in the air, which means we're gonna lose. So let's concede the duel. Not solo. Let's try again. Versus battle. Continue. Alright. Honey will join game session. Okay. Do it again. There we go. Okay, now it's working. But they probably won't be as good for people that aren't playing people aren't going like as deep as I do. The other thing would be that the Zendikar Expeditions, this is the big thing from the panel. Like, I can talk about shit like Converge and how I like it. I can talk about, like, the new Hero's Downfall and how I think it's going to be way better than, you know, the previous Hero's Downfall for control decks and things. This is actually pretty good, so I'm going to keep it. But the Zendikar Expeditions is the big takeaway from that that presentation there, so I feel like I would be remiss if I were not talking about Zendikar Expeditions. So I think somebody said the odds were like 1 in 300 packs or something, and then I've also heard the odds are like 1 in 2 to 3 boxes you should get one. I've heard people saying that some stores are pre-selling them at like 500 for the fetches, 200 for the shocks, and 50 for the actual Zendylands, which all seem kind of ridiculous. I think my biggest gripe is, and this is a gripe I made with the tokens when the tokens border got changed, is the... Oh, why didn't I attack that? God damn it, I did it again. The... What do you call them? The frame on it is rounded at the top and straight at the bottom, and once you see it, you'll never not see it, and it will bother the shit out of you forever. You'll always see it there, it'll always bug you. And it does. I also am not too keen on the background for the Zendikar Expeditions. It's the same background they've got at the top of the Eldrazi, where it's like a weird puzzle boxy, ruinsy, Hedron-like pattern. I'm making weird movements with my mouse up here at the top of a card, but it's up like here, this part of the card. What's he playing? Valiant Wards, okay. Um, yeah, I'll take one. Sort of renown. I'm gonna need some sort of answer for that. I realize now that my deck doesn't really have flyers, like at all. And then they're, you know, supposed to be full art lands, but they're not really full art. They've got that awful, like, text box over top of them. I mean, I guess it'll have to be something I see in person. Maybe it'll look a little better. Maybe it'll look more like the game day stuff. But as it stands, it doesn't look that great. So we'll have to see. But I doubt I will be holding many personally. If I do get them, I mean, I have 2 cubes that use all those lands, so I might just slot them into cubes. I might try and, like, sell them off for, like, an entire collection of fetches or something. We'll have to see. I think the biggest thing to speculate on is, Mara said there were 45 in the block. 25 in the first set, which is 10 fetches, 10 shocks, 5 tangos. And then 20 in the second set. Now we can naturally assume that we'll get the 5 enemy tangos in the second set. Let me scry here real quick. I'm willing to draw that. Yes. Let's play a swamp. We'll play a visionary. I'm going to scry again. Well, I'm going to scry again regardless because I am telling time. Leave it on the bottom. It's not good enough when I'm telling time. We want a Nightfire Giant. We want the Perilous Mirror more than we want a second Nightfire Giant. And then we're good as far as our attacks go. So yeah, I mean, I think the 20 in the second set will be 5 enemy tangos, which is 15, which means another 10 card cycle. I'm thinking Filter Lands is my best guess, and then that leaves us 5 odd lands. My only guess is that it could be the... What am I going to do here? If I block you, confirm. I'm going to lose all 4 of them, but I'll trade them for the Rhino. Unless he has a wild size, which they always have. Okay. I'm playing against an actual person. It's suddenly, like, impossible. Wild size is real good. Castellan, okay. Great. More renowned shit. I need like a Wrath. Tragic Arrogance. I have a Tragic Arrogance, don't I? That'd be pretty clutch right now. I could go for Tragic Arrogance. That's not really gonna get me anything. That's kind of something. I think I'm losing this game too. But, that's my guess, is that it'll be 10 filter lands, 5 enemy tangos, and 5 utility lands. It'll be like, maybe a Vesuva, Command Tower, some just lands that everybody wants to get. What the fuck was that? Oh, shoot. A reprisal. So yeah, those could be... That's my best guess of what's in there. I'm a little disappointed we're not getting enemy man lands, but given some of the art they showed, I think we still might, because there was this one art that was like a giant bull made out of a mountain, and it looked very red and white. Why is he still holding priority? Did he forget that it's like his turn? Ah, there we go. Monthly ask Mars. Destroy land. Search your library for... Okay, he's destroying my Dragon Skull Summon. Sure. Okay. He's gonna attack here. Yeah, there's the 6/6 coming in. And the 2/4, why not? I'll block 2 of it. I'll trample over for the rest. I'm gonna scry. Bottom that. I need out here. That's not really one. I'm gonna concede this duel. Huh. Well, what I learned is that playing online is gonna be damn near impossible. At least with 5-color good stuff. Maybe I will take the deck in a different direction. I mean, what could we do here? We definitely want to be playing all of our things. I mean all of the things. We should probably play some reprisals. Not that guy. Switch over for an aura. We don't have any suppression bonds, do we? Not seeing any. We have some angelic edicts we could try. I'm a little wary about those. We could put a creature on top of its own library, but that's a sorcery, so we can't tuck something with it. Might try some more frost lynxes. I think we're gonna go like hard into control here. And we'll try something else. Bone splinters might be good with Perilous Mirror. Should I scry 1? Exile an elf from your graveyard. Scarred Vine Leader gets 3/3. Jolly Knights. Reeve's Soul is pretty good. Crew Revivals, another thing I want. I can take a Rise from the Grave because I don't need to play creatures, so I can just play theirs. 4 Flesh to Dust, Unholy Hunger. We might also want to play Inferno Fist, but also Twin Bolts, I guess, are getting better all of a sudden. Terrace Instinct's pretty good. I don't really want to play into the Maw of Hell, that seems really excessive. Might of the Masses isn't that great. But Wild Size is a combat trick that is pretty good. 1/1 for each creature you control and gains trample. And then I think that's gonna have to do. So let's see what we can cut here. We'll cut the Sunlight Elf because he's trash. Cut the Feedlight because he's not good. We'll cut the Skyfish because it's not great. Murklicker we're gonna go down to like 1 maybe. Thinking we cut the Castellan, the Titan. I'm thinking we go down a Chieftain. We might go down another Chieftain. Maybe we go down a Giant. Keep the Tragic Arrogance. Then we lose the Edict. We're still up 14 cards. Shoot. We lose the Visionary. We lose 2 Twin Bolts. We lose 1 Monkey. 1 Giant. We lose the Monkey. Lose a Rise from the Grave. Lose some Flesh to Dusts here. Puts us at 65 out of 60. Careless Mirror Jace, Gatekeeper on Reprisal. I think we could lose a Reeve Soul and a Frost Lynx, or 2. Although I like the idea of being able to tap their stuff down earlier. Wild Size Titan, Trace Instincts. Titan Crew Revival. There's another Flesh to Dust. Let's cut the Flesh to Dust there. Alright, we're going to need to rework our lands here. We're going to play one of each of our checks. I think. Let's go over and then go back so we can see. Okay. Checks, checks. Alright. Checks, checks. Okay. Basics. So, we need black and green. So we definitely want the second one in the cemetery. We need blue, black, blue, green. And then red and white we don't want. The rest should be okay. So then we have to cut one basic here. So we're gonna do... Oh, right, because I'm off one. Okay. Green, black, blue, we're gonna keep it 3. Red and white, we're gonna go down a bit here. We're only using red for Traitorous Instinct and Twin Bolt, so I think we lose one of the mountains. Seems good. Alright. That's gonna be our 5 color control. Our strength went down, but our speed went up. So we'll try that next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.